What I want to know is why did it take these women 5 episodes to come to the understanding that Bryn is at the center of all of the mess in this group? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I wanted to bring you a review for Real Housewives of New York. This is season 15, episode 5. I didn't feel like there was a whole lot going on to this episode. I feel like y'all have too many back-to-back filler episodes. Like, it's really not giving. It's not. Oof. It's been a struggle these past couple of episodes to really stay in it with y'all. So We'll see how this shakes out. Now, before we get into this recap, go ahead and hit the like button for me. When you hit the like button, not only is it a free way to support my channel, but it also lets YouTube know that I'm here and that you all are rocking with my commentary. So YouTube starts to shoot my content out to other viewers just like you, an audience who ordinarily would not have an opportunity to connect with my channel. Also, a really quick church announcement. I just want to say thank you to all of the new subscribers who have joined me in the last week. I've gotten something like 80 new subscribers in the last week between New York, Potomac, and Salt Lake City. I'm so grateful for you all. I love the new comments, the new names rolling in. We have fun down here. Scotch Bonnets, Bonnie Gang. You know, y'all know what it is. So I just wanted to say how grateful I am for that. And let's go ahead and jump into the review, shall we? So we start this episode with Sai at the supermarket with her husband. They're shopping for herbs and things that they can plant in their garden. We learn that they have a house upstate. Sai says that they stay there during the summer, and I guess during, their vacation time, it looks like a very beautiful home. And then we get a scene from Jessel and Pavitt where she is telling him about this birthday party she's planning. She wants it to be themed after the show in the movie Clueless. I understand that Pavitt and Jessel started off as friends, but I really want her to leave this man. Because anytime she tells him something, he just seems so utterly uninterested and unsupportive. I don't like that energy. Even if this was supposed to be your friend, he doesn't even act like your friend. I don't know. I want her to get away from this man. Get away from him. She is going to be switching outfits quite a bit for her Clueless party. He's acting all confused and he's saying this is extra, but I mean, it is extra, and I feel like at this point you have to know that your wife is extra, and I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who's looking at me crazy every time I tell them something. It's like, do you not know who I am? I don't know. That's weird to me, y'all. We then cut to a scene with Bryn. She is at a lash place on the phone with her ex-fiance. Bryn don't have shit to do, y'all. Bryn don't have shit to do. She don't. She ain't got no job. She's Tommy from Martin. Again, I said this last week, but again, I'll say it. She is only nice to black women when they are in service to her. So she's nice to this, this black lady who is doing her lashes. She was nice to the women growing up at the black salon who used to do her hair because, they're the only ones who could get a good grip on that kink that she has in her head. That's the only place that blackness really shows up for Bryn. Bryn is just a wild character to me. Like, you really told Uba that you are worried that she's going to come off as aggressive. You, a white passing woman, you looking the way you look, you're concerned about how a dark black woman comes off. She's playing into the stereotypes. You're playing into sexually aggressive stereotypes. You're sexually aggressive, Bryn, and it's actually scary, and it makes me uncomfortable. And one of these days, you're going to end up with a lawsuit on your hands, and that's another story. Now we get a scene with Jenna at the office. She is editor-in-chief of this magazine called Couture. They're having this roundtable meeting, And one of the women at the table mentions that Pride is coming up, and so they should make an effort to do something for Pride. So Jenna is saying that she wants to be inclusive outside of the months that people are celebrated. For example, June is where queer people are celebrated for Pride, and February is where Black people are celebrated for Black History Month. And I just found this to be so interesting because I saw some people on Twitter saying, oh, this is so amazing of Jenna. It doesn't feel forced. It feels real. Does it? How are you pushing for diversity and inclusion with the brand of your magazine? And then I look at your round table and it's nothing but white people. There's one Black lady at the table. One out of 12 to 15 women. Before any of y'all start typing fast to tell me that you saw an Asian there, quickly, tell me, how do most Asian people identify? Quickly. How do they think of and treat Black people? Quickly. Okay, exactly. So I'm not buying diversity and inclusion from Jenna. I just wanted to let y'all know that. We get a scene with Uba and Raquel. Uba is showing Raquel her paintings, and it low-key made me want to get back into painting. Her art is actually really gorgeous and sickening. I really appreciated how Uba is talking about how she's an immigrant and she's living out her dream. She was able to come here and model and get jobs and start a business, start a brand. She's like, where I'm from, guards are stopping you to ask you where you're going and asking you where'd you get money from and do you have money and all this other kind of stuff. This is very much the immigrant mentality. My family is from Barbados and Trinidad, and I'm a first generation Brooklyn child, but I have cousins who they talk about America in a certain way. I always notice that, like whenever I would go to Barbados, they speak about coming here and what it means to them in a certain way, and opportunities for work and things like that. And like Caribbean culture, how we are, like we will work and like get a bunch of things and clothes and goods and food and like send it in a barrel back home, send it back. So hearing Uba speak, it reminds me a lot of my family. And then we have this conversation with Raquel and Uba where, they're basically discussing the Hamptons. And Raquel is saying, it was kind of crazy that Brand was calling Uba an angry Black woman when she definitely triggered her into that space. And that's something that I said last week. It's like, Bryn likes to provoke people, and then when they get provocative with her, she becomes the victim in the situation. Then we get a scene with Sai and her two children, her husband and her aunt. I forget her aunt's name, but she's really sweet. She has such a soothing and loving presence. I would love to see more of Sai's auntie. They had this scene where they took the ashes of Sai's mom and took them to the backyard and buried it with a tree. I thought that this was such a beautiful scene and a great form of ancestral veneration. Typically with ancestral veneration, we see people celebrating their loved ones on the day that they passed or their birthday, or like holidays or special occasions. They'll cook like a meal that their deceased loved one liked. They'll pour one out. Anytime you speak positive memories of your deceased loved ones, that's a way of keeping them alive. So I love the ancestral veneration shown here. I did also notice that some people on Twitter or online were questioning Sai's Blackness. I saw a picture with Sai, or rather of her family. I can't remember if she was in the picture, but I saw a picture of her family and I saw some afros there. So she definitely comes from Black women despite her light skin and her texture. We have a scene where Erin, Bryn, and Jessel are at some boutique shopping. Erin says that she's upset because Jenna hasn't checked on her once, but she's been hanging out with Sai, who was talking shit about her. And then this is the moment where we get Bryn saying that she loves everybody, but she doesn't want to deal with Uba. And she starts mocking her again, talking about, no. Girl, you are just being anti-Black and xenophobic, unprovoked at this point. It's really disgusting. It's nasty to watch. Rin is really such a ghoul, y'all. She disgusts me for real. Just trash, absolute trash. And then she's like, "Oh, we're grown women. We don't act like that." Here you are, a grown woman in the boutique talking about nah. unprovoked. So we finally get to the scene of the clueless party. Everyone looked really nice. Jessel looked good. Jenna decided to dress up as Cher's dad from the movie. I like Sai's costume the best. I think she killed it. It was Dion's burgundy velvet dress with the collar. Low-key, I want to dress like that. I saw a dress like that. I can't remember where I saw it, but I'm going to go and try to find it. It wasn't the same color, but it had like that pronounced collar. Sai looked really good. Brynn decided that she wanted to be Dion. You know, the famous black, red, and white Dion fit with the church hat. I don't know why she decided to be Dion. You're a white woman. You should have been Cher. You should have done that. Something that annoyed me during this party, though, was whenever somebody would come into the room, Jessa would tell them that she's going to change her outfit. Girl, you don't have to announce the production. Just be the production. Just pop out with your new outfit and let everyone be surprised. And then we have Brynn hating off on the side, talking about, oh, I don't know why she has to do this. It's a big production. Girl, you're on the Housewives. Earth to Brynn, you're on TV. I thought Erin looked really pretty as well. Raquel came as Cher from, there was like some Calvin Klein ad that she did. Anyway, it was just okay. Jenna was holding that phone up in the air the entire time, and it was like, girl, you don't have to hold the phone. Like, we get that it's part of the costume. It is a prop, but it doesn't have to be there the whole time. Erin is off on the side telling Sai that she's not interested in having a friendship with Jenna. I just don't understand how you came to this big decision before you even had a chance to discuss it with Jenna. Like, Erin is just a very passive-aggressive person. She doesn't really confront things head on. I get that you're upset, but you definitely need to tell her, especially since you all had a real friendship, you know? And if you want to have your feelings about it and you don't want to talk about it, I think on your own you have to be willing to just let it go if you're not going to be willing to confront it. Brynn says to Jenna, if you become buddy-buddy with people that are mean, I will not be happy, and there will be no more sex. This is the same woman that said we're grown women who live in New York, mind you. She uttered that sentence to Jenna. Jenna is eating out of Brynn's hands. I don't know if Brynn is promising that they can bump pocketbooks till the change falls out at a later time, but I feel like Brynn is teasing her. She loves the power that she has over Jenna. She loves the power of knowing that she is attractive to a lot of people, so she likes playing up in that energy. Either way, it's gross. Then we have Rebecca in this scene who is annoyed with Brynn because Brynn keeps trying to get her to have a drink. I can't stand people like that. If people say they're not drinking, they're not drinking. Like, if I go somewhere and somebody is trying to force me to drink, you liable to get your ass cussed out. I'm a grown-ass woman. Leave me alone, okay? I started antidepressants last month. It's none of anybody's business why I'm not drinking. I can't drink with my antidepressants, and I haven't for the last month, but I don't want nobody constantly questioning me about that. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not drinking, and that's what the fuck I said, and that's what it is. Brynn is saying that, you know, Rebecca is a boner buzzkill. Why does she talk like an 18-year-old frat boy? I just don't understand that. Brynn tells Jessel that she has to go because she has a spray tan appointment. So then all of the women get together finally. Erin is telling Jenna that she doesn't really want to be close to her. She's telling her that Brynn is at the center of all of the mess, essentially. She's saying that Jenna believed what Brynn said about, you know, oh, you were broke because you couldn't afford an Uber, all of that crap. And then Erin goes on to talk about how close she and Jenna were getting around the time of the reunion, and it seemed as though Brynn always wanted to tag along. She always wanted to be in the mix. She was always following them around, and, you know, she wanted to use Erin's makeup artist, and she felt as though, you know, okay, we're clearly getting close here, and Brynn is jealous. She wants to drive a wedge between us. And I can see that. Brynn is just a very childish person. She wants to emotionally hoard and keep people to herself, and I can just very much see her being childish and throwing out information to get Jenna to dislike Erin to cause discord and dysfunction. She's very much a chaos goblin. Glad that Erin and Jenna finally had this talk. I want these women to communicate more. It's all of this he said, she said. It shouldn't have taken this long for them to be direct with each other. But in any case, y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what y'all thought of this episode. You know I definitely want to hear from you. Subscribe if you haven't already. I see y'all searching my name. Y'all be searching for me, Bonnie Scotch. You ain't got to search for me, baby. Just hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you will know when I'm posting. And I will see y'all for the next one. Peace.